If you are currently managing multiple channels at once, such as like Korea, Japan, or English speaking markets for your social media management, this is for you. By the way, hi, I'm Hyein. I am the founder of HY Marketing, specializing in social media and Facebook ads. So let's dive in. I brought this brand, which we call Nuse. This brand is basically from South Korea. This is part of the YOON'S. I'm not sure you are familiar with this brand. YOON'S and the Nuse, this is also part of iFamily SC. And then iFamily SC actually generated like over $57 million in 2022, and then they have a really success record, Roman brand and also Nuse brand. But I particularly brought this brand because their social media effort is something that we can actually learn from, and then their strategic engagement, their influencer marketing, and even the creativity is really great to connect with the audience. So I wanted to share this case study with you so that you can learn from how you can actually optimize your localization effectively, even though you are not really putting severe effort into every account. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna introduce you to how they started their marketing, especially this Nuse. And then Nuse actually started their social media marketing last year, and then even they actually launched their product last year. And then the percentage of like their sales in their brand, Nuse is part of like 6% of their sales, which means it could be less than, I don't know, probably $5 million a year. Yeah, that's gonna be something around. And the Roman brand is a massive one, like because they have a really history starting probably 2019. I saw some articles talking about how they actually positioned themselves. Roman brand was not really successful in the beginning back in 2012. They repositioned and rebranded themselves in 2019, and then successfully managed their social media account and their brand, bringing lots of sales. So first things first, we are gonna talk about their influencer marketing. When I read their articles and then when I read about history about this marketing, one thing for sure, they start the influencer marketing. They actually don't have really a lot of money for hiring influencers. Rather, they actually just provide their product to each micro level influencer, and so that they don't have to actually pay for those influencers. They find those micro-based influencers to connect with them, and then they actually strategically find more about like someone who really fits their brand image. Okay, so as I looked through all of the things about their influencer marketing, it was really massive. Like they really have a lot of reviews from some specific individual, even like TikTok, YouTube. As you can see here, this is about Nuse, and then lots of engagement here. And also on Instagram, there are lots of things going on regarding influencer marketing. So this is something you have to learn from if you don't have any presence online, and then if you don't have any trust building between your audience. The first thing you have to do is influencer marketing, because right now, nowadays, if you just aim for just highly polished like a brand image, it's not gonna really perform well. The chances are your product is not really popularly used by your customers yet in the new market. So that's why like this is something I usually recommend for our clients or prospects. We should do the launch campaign with influencer marketing first, and then we also have to build the social media marketing presence at the same time. So this is number one, the influencer marketing. And then as we go through their social media marketing effort, I'm gonna show you what's kind of like history and then footsteps, how they actually developed their idea. So first things first, they actually posted something about Nuse is coming new, get used to it, like something kind of like a teaser moment in the beginning. And yeah, this is something that another teaser also This is about like a new get used to it. This is kind of the catchphrase they use. As you can see here, all of the things they presented about like a women is holding their product, and then they are in front of the office and they are sitting in the chair, but it's kind of workspace. You can see that the computer screen also checking some other relevant designs, or it kind of like this is workspace. But this is not random thing. This is obviously they are targeting those from 25 years old to 35 years old, millennial generation. And then Nuse is specifically targeting only for those the 25 to 35 years old, because they believe that age really matters. Specifically Roman brand, they are just targeting the Gen Z generation. So they are strategically targeting based on the generation itself, and then they really understand those generation demographics and then psychographics. Obviously 25 to 35 years old, they usually work at the workspace, so that's why like a woman holding their product, this is something that I usually use in my workspace. So this is kind of like presenting the idea you should use our product because this is something really cool, something like that. This is something new, but you just get used to it. It's something kind of like this catchphrase, like they wanted to actually insert this new thing into something familiar, so that this is something I can just bring into my workspace, library. So this is very new thing, but you can bring it into your daily routine, okay? Also, this is also something that they are promoting their ideas about. This is a new thing and get used to it. And then this is for healthy makeup, like this, all the copywriting itself. Maybe I can show you the English version here. Yes, okay. So protect your skin, and then like this is healthy experience. They are not really presenting about like this is new thing and then you have to be fancy, something kind of like the term, because they understand the 25 to 35 years old, which is in my age generation, by the way. So as you can see here, all of the things they actually present the idea, it's not really too much. It's kind of like in a familiar situation. So this is like having the idea about like career women, right? And also this is post about like they are recruiting about testers for their product. Obviously they are like looking for some influencer spaces to promote the product itself. So the one thing I discovered in this Nuse official, the Nuse brand, is that they really value the customers' engagement interactions. So they put together about their marketing with their audience. So every step they make is based on their customers. And then I read about like some article talking about how they usually find their item or the product itself, how they usually structure their marketing. They really intensively focus on like a focused group survey, and then also they have the application where all of the cosmetic lovers get together and talking about the cosmetic. So they all about like focusing on their own target group, and then how they can actually give some value to them. So this is really great point, engagement and then interactions, but by utilizing social media post. So if you can actually do that, like we are recruiting the pre-experienced group, like of testers, something like that. You can actually utilize this one. We are hiring some kind of the format and then see how it goes. They usually announce their launching moment. This is gonna be in Olivuyang. Olivuyang is in Korea, by the way. I'm gonna translate this into English. So obviously this Nuse is gonna be official mall or like online mall, and then you can actually have that experience exclusively. We have a discount. This is really special. They announcing the moment and then how they can actually engage with those audience effectively. So if you are launching your product, you have to let them know this is out now, right? So you have to think about this. If they have the new product, they really like utilize the influencers and brand models to effectively deliver how they can use or how it can deliver to their skin tone, something like that. So obviously, as you can see, she is not that young. It's more about like a 25 or 30 years old, like kind of that generation. And then this is from specific individual like influencer. And then they utilize this UGC, like user generate content into their feed once again, so that they can promote this one once again. This is another influencer using their product. They repurpose this content once again. And then this is about the Q&A session where they just answer all of the questions from the audience of what do you have in this bottle? Like I'm wondering, like, and then they answer like blah, blah, blah. So this is all about like really truly taking care of their customers. We are not just selling the product, but we value the customers. Whenever I checked all of the journey about like a Nuse, I could really see that they all about really customers. So this customer focused feeling is really important if you want to really generate sales, obviously, and then if you want to build the genuine community at the same time. So this is skincare and the cosmetic brand, right? And then if you are building the new brand from scratch, you need to really focus on social media marketing and influencer marketing. And then you need to really strategically present the ideas from the core value, such as the core value from Nuse is more about the image of from 25 to 35 years old. And then they are aiming for healthy makeup, not about really fancy, something like from Prada or Louis Vuitton. So that's not the image, right? And then this is also like the package itself, like it's really convenient, or this is something that you can utilize in your routine, like it has the branding core key messages, and then from there you can actually structure your content marketing based on your content pillars, and then you can strategically implement the influencer marketing and then social media content at the same time. Also, the idea about how they actually present their product is really awesome. Like you can see this is the color is like a pink, right? Or pink with a skin tone at the same time. But this is not the only one that they actually present the product itself. There are lots of types of going on. This is, you can see here like the cherry and then the lips, and then the color is similar, so that's why they are matching here. And then it looks a little bit different or strange because like the color is similar, but at the same time it's not really related enough, because they wanted to just present the idea about like this color is really similar to this fruit, and then this is really fresh, you know, like this is something really beautiful. And then this is something that I found like actually from Chipotle. Obviously, they utilize the idea into something another, even though it's not really connected each other. So obviously, the lips, the tint is not really, we can actually eat, right? But the color itself, when we think about the idea, the lip has color, and then the paint also has color. And then the bagel, the cream cheese spread has also color, and then they connected the idea. But like this is something that really, it's not really new, but you can find out in our routine moment. Something kind of they wanted to implement their idea, and then it looks a little bit strange, but we can actually stop our scrolling. Oh, what's this? And then see the product. That's the strategy. And then it doesn't stop there, and they also like publish some of the content about like how actually we film our video, or how actually we structure our design by interviewing some like producer or some marketer at the same time, so that they can actually share their stories, so they don't miss any storytelling strategy at the same time. And this is about announcing the pop-up event in Seongsu. And also they also utilize the sales promotion event, something like 70% off. You should join this discount event, kind of that moment. And then I heard that Nuse is a little bit expensive than the Roman, because Roman is basically, it's targeting like a Gen Z generation. and Nuse is for those like millennial generation. So you have to think about the pricing point based on their age generation at the same time. But for those millennial generation lacking their budget to buy this product, maybe they were waiting this kind of moment like 70% off, and then they will buy the product like this moment, right? And then I'm gonna show you how actually they localize those content to Japan, and then also targeting global audience like APAC. Okay, so the Japan market, they actually started the Japanese market targeting this year, April, and then they launched their product into the Japanese market, obviously. So as you might remember, they usually start with the influencer marketing, right? So I'm gonna show you how they utilize the influencer marketing, obviously. As you can see here, this is just truly English version. And then sometimes you can see the Japanese version here once again. And yeah, Japanese and then this is TikTok. And then when I look at the news, as you can see here, English or Japanese. And then it really doesn't stop there. Like there are really thousands of influencers talking about news. So this is something that you have to really think about how you can actually promote your product effectively, but at the same time you need to spread your product first. So like influencer marketing, just by collaborating the strategic micro influencer so that they can benefit the moment like going viral. Also we can benefit cutting down our budget at the same time. So yeah, just start with the influencer marketing. And when I looked through the Nuse Japanese or Nuse the global account, actually there was not really much difference between those three different accounts, obviously. So what they did, actually they just utilized main core content, meaning they just set the main core content in Korean or in English first, and then they repurpose their content based on the market itself. Something like I can show you what that means. This is something that actually they put just Korean word only, and then they didn't even really do any localization here. Rather, they just actually put just copywriting the caption in Japanese. That's it. Also, we can actually see this model in Korean account, the official account, obviously, but they just put a little bit of like something like English here, but they didn't actually put any Japanese like term here, just only caption, right? I don't think this is really strategic enough, but they just wanted to cut down their budget effectively and then localize their content at the same time, just with the caption only. Even though they mostly utilize just some image from the Korean version of content or the videos from like Korean version of content, they sometimes actually put some more effort like this Japanese version, or they actually go to their store and this is our product here, you can just visit here and buy. This is something that like they can actually do, or they actually put just product next to this Tokyo Tower, and then they present their ideas about, oh, we are next to our Tokyo Tower, you can buy this one in Tokyo, yeah, something kind of thing. But mostly there was no difference, rather than just copywriting, a little bit of copywriting on the image itself, so that this is for Japanese account, or even something like our product is here, our advertising here, or sometimes the influencer collaborations is going on. So when you think about this, you have to really structure your content about like your main content here, and then how you can really effectively localize the every market. The here Japanese market, oh, we can put more Japanese on the image itself, or we can actually make them like as a really cute product itself, or we can think about, oh, this is Japanese version, and then we will collaborate with like a specific influencer at the same time, or we can repurpose like UGC content, or yeah, something like that. Or you can even go to like the Nuse pop-up store, or this is something that you can find out this in this store and you should buy, yeah, something like that. So you don't have to really put really severe effort about like putting, well, this is Japanese, so can we need to really thoroughly optimize everything, like something like that. But rather you need to really structure like how you can strategically think about like creating the main content and then strategically like repurpose or localize based on the market itself. Okay, so yeah, news in Japan. This is about teaser we are coming, and yeah, something I already showed you. And this is about like we are in this store, try me. And then this is I found really cute, by the way, like and then they put a little bit of Japanese here, and then as you can see, this is not really fully localized because this is product, right? And this is something I found a little bit different than other content itself. Yeah, but there was not really high engagement at the same time. Our event is going on and you should check it out, discount. And then this is just all of the things, it's in English, right? And then as you might know, Japanese people also are really self-conscious about reading English. And then if you really want to target Japanese people, you should really utilize Japanese words a little bit, even in your image. Yeah, that's another strategy. And this is really not something that we can actually go for. They will not really read this one, okay? Once again, they just utilize the exact same thing from Korea official accounts. The one thing a little bit different is that they actually utilize the Twitter, but in Korea official version, they didn't do the Twitter management, by the way. The reason why for this is actually based on like how you can actually localize your marketing itself. But as you might know, this has really great engagement at the same time. So this is something that you have to think about for your skincare brand. For Korean product promotion, you don't have to really do the Twitter, but rather in Japanese market, you can actually consider doing the Twitter itself because we have a different like the market basis, obviously. And I already showed you here. And then Nuse, they actually started this last August, okay? And then as you might see here, there is not really much difference between the Korean version and then the Japanese version or English version. They just repurposed the Korean version once again. So one thing I discovered is that a little bit different, just news in Thailand, and then they put the Thailand copywriting here. And then the specific event announcement, especially in Korea or Japan, the Halloween is not really that popular idea compared to the US or any other like relevant countries. So you have to think about strategically the events or holidays in those specific countries, and then how you can actually put the ideas like this. As you can see here, this is really massive engagement. And then Halloween is something that the global audience really care about. And then, wow, I want to really do something really special or something kind of that image. You have to think about that. Yeah, when we look through just this, all of the things, as you can see here, mostly like it looks just Asian. It's not about like a Western image. So that means this product is from like Korea, and then they are utilizing the Hanyue, which means the Korean waves. If you are familiar, I'm not sure if you're familiar with this term. So obviously like Korean waves is something that we have to think about. And so that's why they didn't really create the content really specifically just one target or just one specific country or one specific idea. It's more about this is from Korean brand, and then we also have our product all over the world, so you should check it out. This is something really cost effective because otherwise you have to target like everyone, like Thailand one here, Vietnamese here, Philippines here, although they are using really different languages. Philippines, obviously they are like second language is English. Thailand and Vietnam is not really that much, but at least they are supporting a little bit language, something like that. Other than like Korea or Japan, they put all of the things at once like News Global. I'm not sure if they have like an additional plan for having additional like account for based on everyone, unless they are really huge success about like Thailand market has really booming up. We need a separate account to take care of them. Unless they have any success record, like really big record, they are just experimenting. So to summarize, News Global, News Korea, and News Japan, you have to structure your core value key messages first. and then you need to make content pillars. We usually make 8 to 12 content pillars at once. And then next thing we do, we create a design template for every country, or even just one thing based on the target audience. But if it's about like a Korean brand is coming to like specific market, we can actually utilize just one template. And then for localization, you have to really thoroughly localize your caption first, and then also the hashtags, and also the putting a little bit of like Japanese word or Korean word or English word into your thumbnail or images or videos is really important to catch the like audience attention. Taking a picture of you with like a Tokyo like or Seoul tower, kind of like the like a representative of like each country, that can be something that you can actually making more engagement. But obviously the combination of like influencer marketing and then social media marketing, it made the brand really something that most competitor cannot compete this like brand. So right now online marketing, social media marketing is really essential, I guess really for every industry, but specifically if you are from such brand like e-commerce, this is something that you cannot really ignore at this point. And then if you really start some new market, if you really start to expand to new market, then they have no interest or they have no trust about your brand. So you have to really think about how you can build your presence from scratch. So that said, we are happy to help you if you are really struggling to find out how to really market your product or services effectively to new markets such as Korea, Japan, or in broad English speaking markets like this. And if you have any additional questions regarding this, please leave a comment below and then like this video and then subscribe to our channel for sure. So I'll see you later. Bye for now.